Ciao again, guys. I hope you are doing well. Better than Juve, but that's not difficult because 2-0 final score. I hope that we could come back for a 2-2. We didn't. Um, was it expectable? Yes. It was expectable that Juventus couldn't win. That's a fact. We played really bad, and why was it expectable? Because we tried to play the best players we had at our disposal. Not a lot, for sure. Douglas Costa was not there. We had Yep, the sound is working. Douglas Costa was not there. Dybala was not there. We had a lot of players who were not available. De Ligt resting at home. Danilo, Chiellini, so many players that it made sense that when you try to play with the best players at your disposal without having an objective, because you already won the Serie A, you have no objective. Players are scared because the Champions League is near. Players are really tired because they played every 3 days. And it's really difficult also mentally, because mentally you are really focused on playing. You were scared because you did 5 points in 5 games. We remembered all the games, Atalanta, Milan, Sassuolo, Udinese. We remember all that. So it makes sense that a team like Juventus is not offering a game or a beautiful game. I believe the mistake of Sarri is that he trusted a bit too much Ronaldo that wanted to finish top scorer, to catch Immobile. I think it's over now because we will play against Roma the last game. I don't believe that Ronaldo will score 4 goals versus Roma. That will be something quite difficult and impossible with the team that we have. What did we learn today? Last game of Pjanic in Serie A. He will be there for the Champions League. 1 game for sure if he plays. Otherwise, it's a bit more. Let's see what will happen with Lyon. But with a performance like today, it will be really difficult. I don't want really to take that game as an example. Maybe it's a tactic of Sarri to make sure that the people from Lyon that are watching the game, they think that we are really bad. Maybe it's a tactic. I don't know. It can be. But yeah. What can I say? For me, the positive of the games are players like Zanimacchia. Peters, first Belgian player ever in the history of Juventus, first ever Belgian player to play official minutes with Juve, first team in an official game. Bravo, Peters. I hope that now that the door is open for Belgian players, we can go to Kevin De Bruyne. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, Peters, Zanimacchia, Muratore, Olivieri, those 4 guys, for me, they deserve to play more games with Juve. Why? Because our team, and we said it already, was incomplete. We had an incomplete team this year due to Mercato reasons, due to so many things. And they deserved a bit more in terms of rotation and so on and so on. So let's say hello to the people in the chat. We have Dan, who's saying congratulations to Zanimacchia. He had a lot of courage. He only played on offense, exactly what is missing in Juventus game. Totally agree. Guys, it's not a mystery. Those small little guys, they have a word that in football, if you don't have it, it's really difficult. Wait 1 second. Okay, so guys, I will try to block all the spam because it's really difficult also for the other people. I'm not blocking the people at the moment, but I'm putting a timeout so that we don't have a spam and so that the chat stay really nice with people that really want to speak about the game. I try to read, and that's also why live is not always easy, because I have like Marotta, one eye on the camera, one eye on the chat. So I'm doing a bit the Marotta. Ciao Rad, I hope you are doing well. Why did Demiral not play today? It means that he's not really ready. Sarri doesn't want to risk him. It makes sense also. Why would you risk Demiral if you think that he's not 100% fit? It makes sense, to be honest. We don't know the state of the player, so we have to evaluate that. But it is. Let's speak a bit about the game, about today, about our frustration. Let me know what you thought about the game. Is it something that you remember after, I don't remember what game, Milan, I was really pissed off. Are you in that same state of mind today, really pissed off, or is it something that it's fine for you? We are already champions. Let me know what you think. Then let's speak maybe about Mercato or other topics like you want to. Let's do it a bit differently, the live today. Would be curious to know your opinion about that. Did you see how Cristiano was depressed? Yeah, for sure. I saw it, and I repeat, guys, I love Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm so happy that he joined our team. Greatest player ever. Whatever you want. Scoring 31 goals with the Juventus that we have is not easy. So he's a top player. Today, I'm not really happy with Ronaldo because. I said it then, some the Musketeers, they were saying one for all for one. Here I'm seeing, and Siamak was saying it in the beginning of the chat, but I see here it's all for Ronaldo, Ronaldo for Ronaldo. That's what I saw today, and I don't like those kind of things. I'm sorry. Our future looks good with young players. Yes, but the problem is players like Muratore, they are already sold to Atalanta. I know that Juventus is trying to rejuvenate the team with players like Arthur or Kulusevski. Hopefully, we can continue with that. But if you see that players like Peters that started for the first time today ever, or Muratore, or Zanimacchia, Olivieri, all those players, they never had the chance in all the season when we were really competing for the Scudetto, playing every 3 days with a lot of injury. I don't know if the politic of Juventus is still to believe in those players. So I don't know. I believe Juventus will continue to buy younger players. Yes. Will they trust the player we already have at home? I'm not sure. And that is, to be honest, a problem. So I'm happy that we invested in under 23 team, the team that won the minor Coppa Italia. That's really a good thing for me. It shows that Juventus wants to. I don't know if you know, but Juventus also hired one of the best trainers of futsal. Futsal is a five-a-side football, because the players from under 7 until under 14, so the players from 7 years old until 14 years old, one time a week, they will have a dedicated training on techniques, on futsal, on five-a-side. So they believe they start to invest really in the youth with technical players, with technical abilities, with trainings. And I believe really that in the future, Juventus will start to really invest and have some some good things from that. Today, I don't know if Juventus is ready. Kevin is saying that he's disgusted. I don't think we can be top 4 next year. I don't know. Last year we were saying exactly the same with Allegri. Don't forget last year when we won the Serie A, I think it was 5 games ahead. Then we started to lose all the games because it's also normal. And mentally, you disconnect. You are scared for them because or you have holidays or whatever happened. Now, for sure, we were really bad this season. That's a fact. First year of Sarri, we spoke about it. I don't know. Juventus with a president like Agnelli, I'm not fearing the top 4. I'm sure next year we go for the 10th in a row. Will we win it or not? I don't know, but for sure we will compete for the first spot. I'm not scared about that. Absolutely not. Today, Lazio play the score to score Immobile, and the same should be done with CR7. But no, not why player like not with players like Bernardeschi, Higuain still play for the greatest club of Italy. Higuain was a problem, guys, because he was our player that we loaned out to Milan, and Milan had an agreement. I speak about last year that if they went in Champions League, they had to take the player. Player was not feeling well at Milan, especially after missing a penalty versus Juventus. He was loaned out to Sarri at Chelsea. Chelsea had a ban of buying player. They couldn't buy him. They didn't even want to buy him, so they give him back. From the moment Higuain comes back and he say, "No, I don't want to leave Juventus," then it's really a problem. Because if you are Paratici, guys, you have to think also about that. You are Paratici, you are director of sport. You are the one, the manager that have to buy and sell player. You have a player like Higuain that is not in your plan because you already gave him to other teams, Milan and Chelsea. You have a player like that. He comes to you and say, "I don't go anywhere. I want to prove myself at Juventus." What can you do? You can do nothing because the guy is winning 7 million a year. It's a really high salary. You have him and you play him. And when he started at Juve this year, the first game, he showed the grinta that he lost after the five games. So this is a reality. Yeah? To be honest, I feel like we must sell Higuain, bring back Mandzukic and sell Higuain. Mandzukic was good with Ronaldo and Dybala. That trio was good. Guys, Mandzukic is over. Last year, Mandzukic was already really, will not say bad, but it was not the Mandzukic of before. Even with the coach that really loved him, like Allegri, he was not performing that well. So let's be honest in seeing that he was not at top form. And the problem with Mandzukic is a player that don't accept to be on the bench. He doesn't accept it. That's his character. You love it or not, but he doesn't accept it. So what's happening? If he comes back, we put him out of the Champions League because it's not a Sarri player, because we have to take decisions. And the guy is in protest versus Juventus. He doesn't want to play any single minute of the game anymore. What can you do? So he go away. He played, I don't know where, in the minor league somewhere. He already broke his contract. He came back in Italy. Oh no, it's in Germany, I believe, together with Kedira. They are there. I don't know what they are doing, guys. This is not the player we need. It's absolutely not the player we need. So we have to. We have to be honest. Mandzukic is not a player for Juventus today. It's over. The time is over. Having him after 1 year, I don't know. That's not a player I want. I want back in my team. Omar, I'm trying to delete when we have messages that are coming too much. When it's spam, I try to put a timeout. But well said, Omar. We need a player who can play on left and center so that he can play with Cristiano by changing positions. The problem with Cristiano, guys, I know we like Cristiano. I know it's a bit holly and it's always a bit debatable and dangerous when we speak about Ronaldo, because as soon as we start speaking about Ronaldo, then you really have a lot of criticism. Let's be honest. Sarri wanted to play him as a 9. Cristiano doesn't want to play as a 9. He wants to play on the left. He wants to play every single minute. He doesn't want to go out of the field. Look, today he played again 90 minutes. That's a problem. You can't have a player that play on the left and on the center. We have actually a lot more players. We have Bernardeschi, we have Douglas Costa. Douglas Costa, his natural position is on the left. How many times did you see him on the left this year? Never. Okay, a lot of times he's injured, we know, but the problem is Cristiano is so how can I say, strong in personality. He's so much valued that you cannot sub him. A lot of people were speaking about Boga, super player of Sassuolo. Would it be a player that can play some games at Juventus? Absolutely yes. But buying a player like Boga, having him at Juve, he will never play. He will never see the pitch as long as Ronaldo is there. We have to be honest with that. Um, so Ronaldo for me, player, absolutely yes, a really great player. I love him. I want him to score 100 goals only if he continued to play for the team. Today he was not playing for the team. Maybe you could talk about how Juve scored less than the following three teams in the table. That's really bad. I agree. Why is that? Yeah, today it makes sense. Today the excuse is we don't have Douglas Costa, we don't have Dybala. We were all playing for one player, Ronaldo. Higuain is absolutely not in top form. Bernardeschi, guys, let's be honest. He scored last time, but Bernardeschi is not a football player, at least not for Juventus. So today it makes sense. The other days, It's a combination. It's a combination of having a poor midfield that doesn't give any offensive support. They are not penetrating the game. They are okay. I explained today, for example. Yesterday, I made a video with Mo El Tactico, and we were speaking about how to score to Cagliari. Cagliari has a really problem with defending. Why? Because they are creating a lot of confusion in their box when they are pressed. Today, again, I saw in some offensive things that we had, offensive opportunities, I saw really at that moment that the box of Cagliari was full of players. I counted again 8 players of Cagliari. The difference is that we were not able to bring people in that area. We had only Higuain, and that's it. And that's a problem. Why you are not able to score? Because if there are 8 and you are not able to bring at least 4 players would mean what? Means Ronaldo, Higuain, Bernardeschi plus a midfield. Ronaldo is staying on the left. You have Higuain in the box. You have Bernardeschi somewhere lost on the field. I don't know where. And none of the midfielder that give offensive support. That means that it's so easy for Cagliari to defend. So you are not able to score. In the previous games, why were we not scoring? Because physically, I think we did a really big mistake because we were not ready at all. When you see teams like Sassuolo, Atalanta running like crazy, Milan, they did another preparation post-lockdown. I don't have the secret. We didn't. So that's really, really difficult. So physically, we were not there. Mentally, we were scared to lose. And offensively, we had a we had actually no idea. All the goals that we scored came from individual performances. The only goal that we scored playing as a team was Bernardeschi giving the assist to Dybala. That's it, guys. How many goals did we score from outside the box? That's why we didn't score. So Sarri said in the beginning of the season, I give a lot of freedom to my strikers in the last 30 meters. Uh, Maybe should not, because we have a problem. And then I want to thank Sanket. Sanket Dixik is saying, what do you think about buying Milik? Will he be a good addition? Why do I want to thank Sanket? It's because Sanket is doing a donation to the channel. I said it already. You don't have to do those kind of things. For sure, it's a pleasure for me. For sure, I will read that message because I see it's in green, so it's really catching. I started with the channel with how many did we were? 10 people on the chat, and it was really easy to answer all the comments. Today, it's a bit more difficult. I try to block the spam on the channel. That's something I really try to, but I don't encourage you to pay. That's again, I'm feeling a bit I don't know, uncomfortable with that, but thank you really, really, really a lot. I appreciate it really well. And I will answer that question about why buying Milik. Will he be a good addition? Okay, buying Milik, will it be a good addition? I believe yes, but we have to think more than that. Milik is a good player. I have no problem with that. We have a few problems that can arrive from there. First is the fact that he's injury prone. He had already some injuries, so that's something that we have to pay attention to. And then the second thing is, if you buy a striker, a real striker like Milik, who actually is the young Higuain, who can score but can also work a lot for Ronaldo, where do you put Dybala? Where do you put Dybala? Because we know that when he's playing on the right, Dybala is not performing as now. Now Dybala is really performing because he finds his way as a falso nueve. What is a falso nueve? That's for me an excuse, just saying that it's a player, a striker that is not always in the box, but play a bit 15 meters, a bit further away from the box. But if you buy a player like Milik, it means that you play with three in the front, Milik, and then you have Ronaldo on the left, Dybala again on the right. Do we want to sacrifice Dybala, guys? I don't know. So maybe he can be an alternative for Dybala when Dybala is tired or in a rotation. That can be, but especially but not for 40 or 50 millions. An alternative cannot be for 40 or 50 millions. Do you remember a few games, guys? Games like Inter, games like Lazio, I believe, the two really crucial games of the season. Sarri played with Higuain, Ronaldo, and Douglas Costa. Where was Dybala? On the bench? Okay, at the end versus Lazio, Higuain was injured, so we played with Dybala. But normally, when a player like Higuain or Milik will play, it means that Sarri, in his mind, he don't really see a trio with Ronaldo, Higuain, Milik, or Dybala. So yeah, I hope I answered as good as I could. Rad is saying I want to contribute to your channel financially. Unfortunately, it's not available for my region, guys. You don't have to. Italian Dodge, ciao. Literally out of the last game, they have 1 win, 4 draws, and 4 losses. It's a drama. It's a drama. I totally agree with that. Thank you. Let's face it, other than not getting Ronaldo some goals, they accomplished what they wanted, getting some playing time to backups. I agree. I would have loved to see the players a bit more, the young players a bit earlier. And also, to be honest, I was expecting Ramsey today to play a full game or at least 70 minutes, 80 minutes. I don't know what happened. Sarri said that he wanted to let him rest, but guys, even Pinsoglio, he played more than Ramsey after the lockdown. So I don't know why he had to rest. I hope it's not again an injury for because then it starts to really be difficult to sell a player like that. 7 games, 2 wins only, pretty bad for a winner of Serie A. If you ask me, I agree. Then we can always see 2 things. Soft ditch, we can see, did we win? Yes. It means that even if we are losing all the last one, it means that we were really stronger in the beginning. Okay, but for sure, the result that you are showing me now in 7 games, 2 wins only, it's not something that you like to have next to the best team of Italy. Did we deserve to win a Serie A? Absolutely yes, because at the end, the team that deserves to win is the team that has the most points. And you don't have to see only post lockdown. You have to analyze a whole season where we were stronger than the other ones. That doesn't mean that we were really strong. It means that the other ones were weaker than we were. But those results are not acceptable. That's a fact. Ronaldo needs to rest. Please rest him versus Sarri. We need fresh Ronaldo versus Lyon. I believe that now with the fact that he will never equalize Immobile because his dream is a bit over, probably he will not play the last game at home because now he will rest. That's a pity, because you know why it's a pity, because um, I preferred him to play with the team or to rest immediately, but not like today. Today I'm really sad. Easy saying I would swap Bernardeschi for Milik. Not that I rate Milik, but Bernardeschi has to go. Yeah, I agree. Now Bernardeschi just change of manager. Let's see what will happen, because we know Napoli is always a problem, because they want the image right of a player. What are image right? It's when you start having money for publicity, for all those kind of things. That means that actually you have it for you. But when you start to have like a club like Napoli, it means that every publicity, promo, whatever you do, and the money comes in, that's not for the player; it goes for the club, and that always a really problem with Napoli. Softic is saying, "Great channel. This is for Sarri leaving." Uh, let's see what will happen, Softic. I believe Sarri, if he leaves, he don't even need the money, because he has a contract with us, if I'm not wrong, 5.5 million a year. Even if he leaves Juve, for he has 2 more years of contract, that means 11 million euro for a guy that will sit at home smoking cigarette. You know how many Marlboro he can smoke with 11 million euro? I believe if you go at his home after he would be there 24/7 with the lockdown, not able to train because he will not be the coach of Juventus anymore, you will not be able to breathe. There will be no oxygen anymore in his house. So he don't need the money. But thank you, Softage, really. And thank you for the first compliment of saying that I was a great channel. Guys, I really tried to do my best with a lot of things. The news every morning. I will start really soon with the Mercato news. I will try to do it every day. Now the things are starting to live again. We had already today a few names, and I can already reveal we had a list of 9 players potentially leaving. So I will tell you guys, sorry, Rugani, De Sciglio, Danilo, those are potential players that are not untouchable. Danilo, it's difficult. Huh? It's difficult, Danilo. Why? Thank you. Because Danilo, we bought him 1 year ago, 37 million. It's difficult to resell him. But if we receive an offer, it can be that he leaves. But Rugani, if we find a team, and De Sciglio, those are the players. De Sciglio, I'm sure, as soon as Allegri has a team, he will call his boy back, and they will go together. Then in the midfield, Pjanic is already done, but Khedira is in talks with Juve to stop his last year of contract. That would be thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know actually if he has a contract with Juventus or with the J Medical. I don't know. But let's see. And Ramsey can leave. The fact that today he was not even called up is another sign that Juve is not believing in him, and he's a player that this year I'm so happy I didn't buy his shirt. Before talking about the strikers, the shirt. Normally, today, yeah, in Europe, in my time, it's midnight 13. So that means that today we will have the new shirt. Let me know, guys, what player do I need to put on my back, because it's a disaster. And I will comment the players that you tell me, because I have a lot of doubts. Normally, I'm used to buy after that the market is closed, because I'm always scared that we sell a player or whatever. But now I will tell you my doubts about the players that I have to put on my back. And the strikers that has to leave are Higuain, Bernardeschi, and Douglas Costa. So it's a lot. Huh? It's a lot of players that we can sell. 9 players to sell that are, but it's really hard. Huh? It's really hard. And I wanted to say hello to my friend Rocco. Wasted opportunity to rotate more heavily. Totally agree. Totally agree, Rocco. Pathetic to play Ronaldo the whole time. I agree again. Bentancur should have gotten a yellow to get suspension next game. Yeah. But with Pjanic already suspended and so on, I don't know. But on the other hand, guys, um, ah, how can I say? It's hard. It's hard for me to see that we are playing with our full starter players instead of rotating more since the beginning. It's a pity also for those young players. The only people with Grinta were the young players. So I don't want to start again the discussion that I already said, but such a pity. Um, so yeah, Demiral. I will start with Demiral because you were speaking of the players on the back of the shirt. So Demiral. Siamak, I would love to have Demiral. Really, 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 really. But I will couple the names with Mercato news. Demiral is not 100% sure to stay at Juve. Not 100% sure. I will tell you why. If he's already coming back, but we have that thing with Roma for Zaniolo for cash. But if we are able to give some player to Roma, who can they take? Not Rugani, because I already spoke about. Sorry, Rugani. Rugani is taking too much money. Roma, if they need to sell Zaniolo, is because they have a lot of financial problems. So they cannot afford a player of 3.5 million. Who's earning a lot less? Demiral. Who's a player that all the teams want? Demiral. Because he's a beast, because he's a top player. So I'm not 100% sure that he will stay. I hope so. I really hope so. But I'm not 100% sure. I will tell you some other things because I have no news from Juventus. I'm just thinking logically. Why was Juventus linked with Kumbala from Verona? Juventus doesn't want to go with 5 defenders anymore. They have enough with 4. Why were we linked with him? At the end, it will not go through, but it's because maybe selling Demiral, that is not a starter. A lot of people were speaking with me are saying, Giuseppe, next season we will see Demiral De Ligt. Are you sure about that? De Ligt, yes. But don't forget, we are in Italy. It's Juventus. Demiral only played 7 games. In Italy, especially for defenders, they are expecting experience and so on. We have 2 young defenders that never played together except of 40 minutes one day in December versus Udinese. That's it. The last 40 minutes of the game. Are we sure that Demiral wants to stay again on the bench next year? Because in the beginning of the season, he played 1 game on the 21st of September, and then he never played anymore until December, where he did actually 6 games in a row. That's it, guys. Huh? So that's why I would not buy Demiral now, but, and that's a fact, if he stays on the 5th of October, if we have Demiral still in the team, I will buy his shirt. Kulusevski, yes, I want to buy Kulusevski. The problem is that I have no idea of the number that he will take. The shirt will go out today. What number will he take? I hope he will not take the 44. I don't like high numbers. For me, the max is Bentancur with 30, and that's it. De Ligt, yes, that can be an option, but De Ligt, I already have his shirt, the away shirt of last season. I like to have a variety of players, but it can be a player that I want to. Absolutely, yes. Ciao, Hassan. Wait, Ciao, Hassan. Good night. I know it's really late, so thank you for following the channel. Thank you for always be there and for your comments. I really appreciate to read them. Samuel is saying today debut players played really well. They should have giving more chances. Absolutely, yes. And not only today, yeah. Not only today. I believe after the lockdown, they deserved a bit more chances. Ciao, Davide. 9 for Abrar. Yeah, the 9, but who will take it? Kulusevski, I believe, you know what I'm thinking? He will take the 11. 11 can be a good one for him. Ronaldo, I have already 2 of Ronaldo, so I'm really lost. I have to buy it today as soon as it's out, but I'm lost with it. Maybe Dybala. I have already Dybala, but it's a long time ago. Maybe, but maybe the season is over. And Dybala, 99.5% is at Juve, but I'm always scared, and you never know what happened. Let's speak about something else. Do you think Sarri should be sacked? I think Juve were lucky to win this year, and I really don't think they will win next season with Sarri. Maybe Pochettino should take over. Pochettino, he did really a great job. He's a great trainer, but he also never really won something consistent with the teams that he trained. He did great things. I believe it was with Southampton and with Tottenham, without Mercato at Tottenham and so on. So good player. You know what's the problem? The problem is that how can I say? Sarri or Pochettino or another player, they don't have time because we stopped with the Champions League. I hope end of August or mid of August, and we restart immediately on the 12th of September. So when I say that, what does that mean? That normally every team in the beginning of the season, they have like 6 weeks of pre-training. They go to another country, they play games, friendly games, to start to understand the idea, vision of the trainer. If we change now, we don't have that time because we have to sack Sarri. We have to find another coach. The coach has to come, put another mentality in the players, starting from scratch. We don't even know what the Mercato will be because Serie A will start on the 12th of September and the Mercato will stop on the 5th of October. So a lot of things are there to say that it's really dangerous to change trainer, except if it's a Vidal, Zidane, or Pep Guardiola. I see Abrar saying Zidane. Except those trainers, I would be prudent to change. And also, Pochettino is taking 11 million, 12 million a season. So it means that you have one trainer at home with 5.5 plus a trainer that never really proved something winning a big important thing for 11 of 12 million. That's a lot of money, if you accumulate everything. Juventus have attempted their most shots, 34, without scoring in a Serie A game since Opta started collecting this data in 2004 2005. That's a lot of attempts without any single goal. And I tell you why. And it's easy to understand. I know that we have people in the chat that hate me today because I'm speaking bad about Ronaldo. And guys, again, for the people that just joined, I love Ronaldo. But today we attempted a lot of times with Ronaldo, who was not always in the best position to score. How many times did he did attempts shooting on other players or whatever? So it's not a surprise for me. It's not a surprise. Delayed it can be. Arthur, yeah. Also him. Same for Kulusevski. I don't know what kind of number he will take. Maybe the 8. And if he takes the 8, who's going out? I have it written here. Ramsey. Ronaldo is just a safeguard for Sarri. Yeah, sure. Chesney. I don't know if the goalkeeper one will go out, but if I take the goalkeeper, I did last season with Buffon, but if I take one, I will take Pinsoglio. It's a really beautiful. I don't know if you saw the leaked images of the goalkeeper one. Really beautiful. Go ahead against your 7. He totally deserves it. Hey guys, on the other hand, I'm not a hater of Ronaldo, because I repeat, I love Ronaldo. But today, and it's not a surprise for me, when I saw that he was in the team, I'm sure, and nobody can speak bad about that or change my my mind. Ronaldo asked the trainer or the manager to put the best team so that he was able to score. I'm sure about that. And especially at night with the light. Look at that. It's like Barthez from France. When Zidane came, he gave a kiss. So I give you my forehead. You can try. Kabbalah is saying I think Ramsey should be swapped with Pogba. Pogba will be the creativity needed in midfield. I gave up on Pogba. Unfortunately, I was sure before the lockdown that we would have seen him again with the number six. It's not over, but I lost a bit of hope after everything that happened. I hope. Imagine Bentancur, Arthur, and Pogba. That would be a really beautiful one. Really, really. By Rabiot. Guys, after the lockdown, he started to really impress everyone. He scored a beautiful goal. He did really beautiful performances. I believe after lockdown, the growth of Rabiot was really impressive. Uh, will I buy his shirt? That's a bit exaggerated, guys. It's 140 or 150 euros plus delivery cost. I don't know if I'm able to give that money for Rabiot because he showed, like 10 games of okay football. With the last 4 or 5 games was really good, honestly. Yeah, but 150 euro, you need to deserve that money, guys. I cannot buy just because you have beautiful long hair. No, so Rabiot, not yet. Maybe the season after. So my pool of players are Dybala, De Ligt again, but I have already those two. Bentancur again. So we have three from the people that are already here. So Bentancur, De Ligt, Dybala, and for the future, if confirmed, probably Demiral. Demiral is one I want. I will tell you, I will even put him probably on the third, on the orange one. Ooh. It's so ugly. The third shirt, it's so ugly that I love it. Call me crazy, but I love it. Chiellini for Mo. I already had Chiellini. Unfortunately, the day I bought the shirt of Chiellini, I received the shirt and he got injured or something like that. So I will try for his last season with Juve to let him rest. I will not buy Chiellini anymore. Um, Maybe next year Rabiot. So not this one. Maybe the year after. I agree with Siamak. Absolutely. Uh, we need a left back because Alexandro is not good at defending. The problem with Alexandro, it's good that you speak about it, Sanju, because Alexandro, we bought him and he came as a really offensive, strong player. With Allegri, he has been transformed and he had to focus on his defensive skills. So today he's lost. He's lost between not defending and not attacking, and that's a real problem for Alexandro. I believe mentally, Allegri has really damaged him, and that's always what happened when you go to another job. In another job, they always ask you what are your qualities and what are the things that you are not doing good. They're always speaking about that, and what happened is they hire you because they need someone with the qualities that you have. But then once you are in the job, they are always trying to make sure that you progress in the things that you are bad at. Why? Why? If you hire someone with qualities, just focus on his qualities. Don't force someone to do things that they are bad at. It makes no sense. And that's, I believe, what happened with Alexandro is we hired him because we needed that offensive boost from the wings. We have a player like that, and remember his first season, it was an amazing top player. We buy a player like that, and then we try to focus and let him focus on his defensive style where he was not good at. And today he's a bit lost. That's what I think. Ronaldo could not beat Immobile. There were too many goals. We barely scored. Yeah, yeah. Uh, Marcelo is good to boost Ronaldo, and I will also. I saw another comment from Rad Marcelo. That ship has sailed. I believe yes. We could have taken him. Last year probably, but it was quite expensive in salary. Also, he was near to Juve. I remember that could have been really beautiful. Especially if you sell Alexandro, having Marcelo, why not? But now it's over. That story is it's over. So unfortunately. Nobody talks about the damage Allegri made. I made a video about it. But I didn't really talk about the damage that he made really in detail, but he did. He did really great things, but he also did some damages. Absolutely, yes. If for 5 years you have a trainer and you love it or not, and guys, I'm not here to criticize what Allegri did because he's a winner. He's a winner. You can say whatever you want, but he's a winner. But if for 5 years you have a trainer like Allegri, who is really a pragmatic trainer, a trainer who wants to play with the 1-0, and I respect that. You cannot expect that all those mechanisms, all those way of controlling a game, the defensive lines really bad, marking man by man, that all this change from 1 year to another. It takes time. Klopp needed time. Guardiola needs time to implement ideas and so on. So it's not easy. Huh? He did great things because you cannot do only bad things when you win five Scudetto in a row, when you won Coppa Italia, when you went 2 times in a Champions League final. So he did a lot of great things. But cutting from Allegri to Sarri is heavy, guys, and he did some damages for sure. Look at Dybala last year. Dybala played really bad with him with Allegri. Absolutely, yes. Alexandro has been working as a horse. I don't get people who are so critical about him. Of course, he had bad times, but that's more because of Sarri. I'm not. My father hates him. Huh? I'm happy that at the moment I'm not doing a lot of videos with my father, but he hates him. I'm not hating. I don't hate players of Juve. Until they are there, I will try to support them being objective. But um, he worked hard. He had to play all season. I remember last season when he had the competition of Spinazzola, he was even trying to do better. This time, he made some mistakes. He made some great games, but that's a problem with Alexandro. Whatever the coach, huh? You never know what kind of Alexandro you will see. It's a bit like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. You don't know what Alexandro you will see. Is it the top Alexandro or is it someone that will do a lot of mistakes? You don't know, and that uncertainty at Juve, I'm always scared of. Mo is saying for Marcelo, I saw a documentary on Amazon Prime on the Real players, and Marcelo is in love with Real. I don't see him leaving anywhere. I believe he was also really in love with Ronaldo, and it could have been, but yeah, he will stay there. He love it. Did you say Guardiola? Probably, but I'm saying so many things I don't remember about what. How about Joao Felix? It was really the new Ronaldo, the new phenomenon, the new best player. Juventus didn't went all in with 120 millions because that was his release clause. Atletico Madrid did. I don't know if Atletico Madrid is really happy because it's their most expensive transfer ever. And if you see the performances between bad performances, between injuries of Joao Felix, I don't know if we are always angry and criticizing Juventus. We didn't buy this top player. We didn't buy blah 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 blah. After a year, we start seeing things. Doesn't mean he's a bad player. Huh? He's a really good player. But honestly, I think it was a good move from Juve to say we don't spend 120 million. Maybe bring in Benjamin Mendy, as City are looking to sell. If he signs a contract with Juve instead of J Medical, he would be amazing. Yes, but that's always something we have to scare off. And Ferran Torres went to City. Whoa, what a buying. That's a really beautiful one. Um, Joao Felix doesn't fit easy in most formation. Another thing. What do you think that we are the only team having 5 games in 12 days? Uh, we can complain like our friend Antonio Conte, or not. For sure, it has an impact. Huh? It has an impact. Now, the last game versus Roma, I believe because I think it was planned on Sunday or something like that. They put it one day early, even 1 hour earlier. Why? Because they want Juventus to gain one day for concentrating on the Champions League. So that's good, but it's true. Huh? I totally agree with that. And then you can cry or not. We are not crying. Sarri said he will deploy under 23. I don't know if he said it live or not because I was not following, but he had to do it already today, in my opinion. I think you said Guardiola need time to adapt to this team. Yeah, I'm sorry, I made a mistake probably. Juve needs moral boost and coordination in the team. I'm really curious what will happen in Champions League. A lot of people said, and I don't know what your opinion is about that. We had two Juves this year: the Juve of Champions League, the Juve of Serie A. To be honest, I didn't really see another Juve in Champions League. Yes, we won, but I didn't see really spectacular games in Champions League, except of the music, who's always really beautiful. Except of that, so look at the game versus Lyon, drama. So, but maybe again fighting for an objective. They know that we have Lyon, and then it's 1, 2, 3. I think it's 4 games to play, only 4 games, and we can win, huh? Or is it 1, 2, 3? Yeah, 4 games, 4 games in a few days. You never know, but I think it will be difficult, guys. We are not even able to score versus Cagliari. Ronaldo, Dybala, Zanimacchia could be interesting with Costa coming off the bench for next year. Rusitano, I believe Costa will. I don't know. I don't know if we will continue to have him. I don't know. And Zanimacchia, he was the first scorer of the under 23 team. When we created the under 23 team, the first ever goal official was in a Coppa Italia game, and it was from Zanimacchia. So, but I don't believe that he will be a starter. We have already Kulusevski and so on. But he's a good player. It's absolutely a good player. Uh, He said that Sarri will see if it's appropriate to put out under 23. It should, again, it should have been today for me already. There are rumors that players don't get well with Sarri, 4th or more. Unfounded sources, but put that what Momblano is saying, and it's true, huh? Guys. Thank you for Mo. I spoke about it also in the video of mine, but uh, Ronaldo doesn't get along with Sarri at all, guys. Remember in November, Sarri was changing him, and here I have to defend Sarri because Ronaldo was not playing well. Sarri, if you are the coach and you see that your player, even if it's the best of the world, is not playing well, you change your player. And but Ronaldo doesn't have a good relationship with him, and a few more. Pjanic doesn't speak with him anymore, so we have a lot of problems with Sarri. Sarri is not a good man. It's not an easy man to get along with. It's quite hard. Um, if our players are in good position, when we can definitely win. Yeah, I think we need a bit more, guys. You could defend better than Rogani. Yeah, I said it at the halftime. I don't know if you were there, Farad, but uh, the guy who was lost, he gave social distancing with the striker of Cagliari. He was 1 meter and a half. It's like I would be here speaking to you guys. Giving so many distance, and then when he was taking a shoot, he was protecting his titties, guys. And Bonucci again showing, the image of last time. Bonucci again showing he has to defend. What kind of skill is that? What kind of skill is it? So definitely Rugani Bonucci is not a pair that I want to see anymore in my life, ever, ever, ever again. Sack Dybala for Odegaard and Gems. Ooh, Luis, that's a big statement, huh? But I'm just questioning me about Dybala because again, also Dybala, top player, maybe one of the best of our team. But if we are looking for a striker, where will Dybala play? Please tell me, where will he play? And today or yesterday, apparently there had already a call between Kulusevski and Sarri, where Sarri was saying that he wants to see Kulusevski as a number 10. In Italy, a number 10 is the playmaker that plays in the role just behind the two strikers. So going to the team that he was playing with at Empoli, 4-3-1-2. 4-3-1-2. If you buy a striker like Milik, where will we play Dybala? I don't know. Or maybe you can take Milik for a reasonable price on the bench that can enter to give an alternative playing 4-3-3. That can be. Um, Bonucci always did that move. The worst was against Real, and Cristiano easily scored. Yeah, it was the game where I believe we lost 3-1. I'm not sure anymore, but I remember that skill of it's a skill. It's trademarked Bonucci. Bonucci defending mood. Mm. On the television, I was just seeing Kulusevski, the goal that he made. What a player! I don't know. Are you as excited as I am about Kulusevski? I am. What a player! The guy is since 2013 we never had a youngster that score in Italy, actually a foreign player that score more than 10 goals or that scored more than 9 goals. So he beat after 7 years that record. Really great guy. What a player. I hope he will not have too much of pressure because that's easy. Then we buy a player. He's playing 2 games bad, and then he's a disaster. Remember De Ligt, how many critics he had after 5 games or 6 games. Drama. So if we have Kulusevski, give him the time. Don't put pressure, crazy things. Chill. You will have time. Juve needs 2 laterals. I agree, Luis. Absolutely. How much is Bonucci makes a year? He does a lot, huh? He does a lot. Ciao Marco. We should try to buy Thomas Partey. 50 million release clause can help the midfield. Guy, I'm Marco. Grazie. Thank you. I made a video. I believe it was in the lockdown period. I was in March, guys, when the channel had like I don't know 200 followers. I believe I received a message from someone. Thank you. Really something, someone special that I love. Thank you for the message. But Thomas Partey, I come back on that. It's a player I said, and you can go back until March. I have some videos there. I spoke before signing Arthur. I was telling Bentancur as a playmaker, and then we have on the right Arthur, on the left Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey is easy. It's a Matuidi with feet. Matuidi is a player without feet. Okay, so a player for 50 million release clause with feet, because Matuidi I love Matuidi. The pressure he's giving, the strong and blah blah blah. I love him, but the problem is his feet. He cannot control the ball. He cannot give a pass. He cannot score, and that's the problem with Matuidi. Thomas Partey has those kind of things. So I don't believe that Bentancur, Arthur, and Partey is a starter midfield. But guys, if we have Rabiot with the performance that he has today, and a Partey on the left, you have Bentancur, you have as a playmaker, and Arthur, and they can interchange themselves. It starts to be a beautiful midfield. Then if we can have a Zaniolo that can play also on the left, guys, we start to have a young, and I said young midfield with some grinta. Why not? James Rodriguez, our son. Why don't we buy them? Or I don't know why. Because when you have players like Son at Tottenham, you don't want to sell him. So we have to pay attention. But yeah, my friend Ojo, with a pure strike, Dybala can play the role of Bernard Geschi was playing earlier this season. That's what I was talking. He was playing that position last year, and the problem of Dybala is when he plays that position, he tends to go too much in the center of the field. So if you have a 4-3-1-2 with a player like Pjanic, and I'm happy that we sell Pjanic now because with a Pjanic is a player that had an offensive play style in the past. If you play a 4-3-1-2 with Pjanic, Ramsey as a trequartista at a certain moment, or Bernardeschi at that position, and Dybala on the right, they tend to collapse and to be really stick to each other, and that makes it really difficult because that part of the zone you step on the feet of each other, and that means that Pjanic start to play a lot in the back. He doesn't go up anymore, and you have that problem. That's why Dybala is not really performing on the right of the field. And see, when Sarri decided finally to play him more centrally, Dybala's performance start to be really great. I will tell you, the big change of Dybala when he really started to perform was when he stopped going back too much in the midfield. Because last year he was playing also sometimes with Allegri on that position. The problem was that he was always in the midfield because Allegri was also playing a style of play where he wanted their team to go back a lot. And that's a problem. Tactically, that's a real problem because Dybala going back to the midfield, he has not the power and energy to be with a clear vision in front of the goal. He doesn't have the strength anymore, and that's really difficult. This year he started also like that, but after lockdown or just before, he started to have that click, and that's something I believe it's thanks to Sarri, because Sarri wants to play an offensive style. Not that he's really succeeding in it, but if he tells to Dybala, don't come too much back. Don't come too much back. Stay there where you are. And you see that Dybala is performing better. That's for me the big change with Dybala. Um, Pjanic's fault is Allegri's fault. Rabiot wasn't good when he was first given a position in Juventus. Later on this year, he showed amazing progress, and I'm really excited for Rabiot. We can make good progress and have a functional midfield. We all saw the progression of Rabiot, crazy. From the moment he stopped with his ponytail and he left his hair. He was playing so well, but I like the way that Rabiot is able to play on the right and on the left. He's playing better on the left. He's giving amazing support, giving pressing. He was the man of the game versus Sampdoria. He did really well, but I need a bit more continuity because the guy is taking 7 million plus 2 million of bonus. It's a top player salary. And I was not 100% convinced about the season. I try to analyze the season. So I will also do a video about the ratings of the season really soon. We don't need Partey. Rabiot and Bentancur can do what Partey does. We need a central midfielder like Pogba who can create with Arthur. I prefer also Pogba because Pogba gives you also the ability to score, and that's a problem that today Bentancur is not able to score. Partey is not able to score. Arthur is not a big scorer. I believe he scored like 4 times with Barcelona, a team that is scoring so much. So it's true that we need a midfielder that can score, and today we don't have that. So that's true. I agree, but I don't know who is available on the midfield that we can buy for a reasonable price that can score. I don't know. Let's speak about Cuadrado. Cuadrado was also one of the gem for Juve this season. Yes, yes, Cuadrado played not always wow, because Cuadrado was a player that I was criticizing a lot last year. I wouldn't have mind if we would have sell him. To be honest, I'm trying to be honest. I make mistakes sometimes, so a lot of times. So it's fine to admit it also. But Cuadrado this year he played in the front, he played in the back. Sometimes he even played in the midfield. He played nearly all the games. I believe with the Juve show, that's my other channel, together with Martina, we did the awards of the players, and the player that received the awards of the continuity. That means not the best player, but the player that was in all year consistent. The most consistent was Cuadrado, and I agree with that absolutely. Um, Beppe, you are progressing after the lockdown like Rabiot. It's true. It's true. But yeah, that's thanks to you guys, huh? Uh, yeah. Um, the channel grew a lot. I believe I just lost two subscribers now, but we are 1,206. I remember on the 14th of July, so it's like 14 days ago, we celebrated the thousand. So it means that in 2 weeks I grew with 200 people. I sometimes I cannot even realize it, but yeah, the channel is doing really well, and that's thanks to you guys, because I can do whatever video I want. If you don't want to see it, you or watch it, you don't do it. If you want to leave the channel, you do it also. But it's true, and I'm the only football or Juve YouTuber that started in the middle of a lockdown. Actually, I started with a channel in January to test a bit, and from the moment I started, really, it was about March, boom, lockdown, no football anymore. So, to be honest, we cannot say that we are happy about the lockdown, but that gave me actually the time to do better videos, to work on the quality, to buy a microphone, to have a better quality of image, to work with my editing skills, because I was not an editor before. I'm learning day by day on Premiere Pro, and I had to be creative, because if you are a football YouTuber and there is no football, then it starts to be difficult. So I had to really work on my creativity to think, what can I offer people to be entertained about Juventus without actually Juventus playing. So yeah, and it's not a mystery. Yeah, from the moment Juventus came back, the channel started to grow again. The Calciopoli video brought me here, and I'm happy. I'm so happy I found this channel. Yes, and guys, I have a good news. Um, I had today a call of, I believe, 1 hour 30 with someone who is really an expert about Calciopoli. He did the original video about Calciopoli in French, but we will do a live. It will be. I'm sorry for that. It will be a French live where we will answer a lot of questions about the video about Calciopoli. We will do that, and then I will do a recap of it in English. So it will not be live. It will be a follow-up video on that. But yeah, the Calciopoli video gave me a lot of views. So absolutely yes, yes. Um, do you think we will have a good mercato this year, or will Paratici fail again? And they will start to say we have a winning team that doesn't need a change, as they said last year. Amer, we started well, because buying Kulusevski, buying Arthur, I believe you cannot criticize those two first moves. For me, we cannot, because then we have to see what happened. But the players are there. Last year, he bought De Ligt, he bought Rabiot, he bought Ramsey. for free, we know, okay, but he started really well. The problem again was that players that Paratici didn't extend, and we speak about Khedira, Mandzukic, Higuain, all those players that came from the management of Beppe Marotta and from Allegri, that really loved those kinds of players, like his son De Sciglio. Those are consequences, okay, guys? So if you take a new job, guys, okay, imagine you're appointed as the manager of, a company that is selling t-shirts, okay, but they are really doing bad, really doing bad, and they ask you to come and to work on it. You will not have guarantee success. It will not work immediately because your ideas needs time to be implemented. You will have to deal with promises that has been made, because maybe you have a company that is making the shirts for you, and the previous people before you, they made a contract of 3 years with that company. You can do nothing to change that company before the 3 years. And that's what's happening with Paratici. Yes, he's responsible, but he had to deal with previous agreements. So I don't know if Paratici failed. About the question, will it be a great mercato? We started well, and then it depends, because we are, guys, I don't know if you follow the news, but the COVID situation it started really back again, because people go out without a mask. People don't care. They go to party, discotheque, they do whatever they want. And we see the curve, it's growing again. What does that mean? Restaurants will close again. We will have stores that will close. The economy will be really difficult. That means that the people will not be able to go back to the stadiums. Okay? Not going back to the stadiums, that means that Juventus is losing again other millions and other millions and other millions. So I would pay attention when we criticize Paratici or a management. We have to analyze at 360 degrees. That's what I believe. You are doing really great. It's a pleasure being on this channel. Thank you, Rad. But it's a pleasure to have you guys. So long, Big J. See you after a trophy celebration. Yes. And I will close. Actually, we are here. Normally, I do a 1 hour live after the game. It's a post game. It's a 1 hour live. And normally, I was even thinking this time I will do 30 minutes because it was a disgusting game. I have no idea what I will speak about. But now we are here since 1 hour 12, and I still see questions coming in. So thank you, guys. But let's answer the question that we receive. Wait. Will Jack Grealish of Aston Villa be a good player for us? To be honest, I don't know. I don't know him. I know the name for sure because I started with how is it called, the Premier League thing that you have to buy players and you sell the week, and I don't remember how it's called. Yeah, the game Premier League. This one I don't remember. The fantasy. This one, and I was looking a bit more at Premier League, but then I gave up because it took me too many times. So I don't know him. I will try to remember the name. Inter spent and got a lot of players. Now they keep changing players. Look, that's a really great example. They buy players. Look at the performance of the players. Young. Look at Young. He did some games well, but Ericsson. Look at Moses. Guys, they spent a lot of money, and they are not here. They are, where are they? I think they are second. They are second. So at 7 points of Juve. So where how are they able to spend the money? They have Sunning. Sunning is one of the most biggest companies of the world. They have a lot of money. They invested in Inter. Beppe Marotta is a really great manager. He has his problem. He cannot sell. but he's a good manager. So Inter is on the good way. But then the problem with Inter is we call them Pazza, or they no, sorry, they call themselves Pazza Inter. Amala Pazza Inter. Pazza Inter means crazy Inter, and they are crazy. They are crazy because from a moment or another they collapse. Uh, Agnelli cares more about the brand, and if it does not increase Paratici's job is at risk. Uh, I agree also with that, Mo. It's not that Agnelli cares more about the brand because that's I know you, Mo, so I know that it's a bit misinterpreted, but uh, it's not caring about more about the brand. It's that Agnelli is managing a company that is on the à la bourse in French. How do you say it? Oh shit, I forgot the name. Uh, on the trademark, on the financial has stocks. Okay, I completely forgot the name, but so when you are in those kinds of things, it means that you have to give. And I hope that Steph and Mohammed can give me the right name because it's annoying me. Otherwise, I cannot explain my story. But stock market, yeah, it means that you have to show a plan and you have to deliver for the investors. Okay, Agnelli, his vision is Juventus is not only a sportive club anymore, but if we want to continue deliver sportive results, we have to take care of the business first. And I believe, and that's my opinion, guys, that it's perfect. It's a perfect choice. It's a perfect choice, absolutely, because otherwise you finish like Milan or like Inter or whatever, or like I don't know how many clubs. You have to really understand and divide those kind of things. It's a business, and thanks to the growth of that business, you will be able to fuel the sportive parts. Buying Ronaldo, buying Mbappe, buying all those players, the Ligt, and so on and so on. Or the one goes not with the other one. People that believe today that we are just a sportive club and that we don't have to change the logo and that we don't have. I'm sorry, guys, but it's beautiful to have traditionality, but then you don't understand the commercial world we are living in today. Today, guys, it's business. Okay, it's business, and one does not go with the other one. We don't have the advantage of the Premier League clubs where Premier League is generating so many millions more than Serie A because of a great management, because of stadiums, because of the selling of merchandise. When you go to, I'm going a lot to UK, I see a lot of people with original t-shirts. They buy them at full price, 100, 140 euro. That's the price they, and every single supporter has a t-shirt. Look at the stadiums. When you see Italy, half full stadiums with people that buys fake t-shirt, let's call it like that. And I have no problem again, because if you are a father, you have four children today, how on earth can you spend four times 140 euro per shirt plus one for yourself? It's exaggerated. I understand that. I have no problem. But good night, Lester. Ciao. But guys, we don't have the advantage of UK. So he has to think about all the other aspects. And until today, if we are able to buy 1 year Ronaldo, 1 year De Ligt, and this year should have been the year of Pogba, but it will not happen, I believe. That money has to come from somewhere. Then I agree with the second part of what Mo is saying, and I saw that Steph agreed with him. I totally agree that Paratici is at risk, the same as Sarri, the same as Nedved, the same as everyone. Why? Because Agnelli is giving a lot of responsibility to the players. If you look at Agnelli during a whole year, How many times do you hear him speaking? Never. Or it's ECA, where he has European top football meetings and so on. Yes, but otherwise, how many times is he speaking about Juventus? Never. Never. How many times did you heard the other clown, De Laurenti, speaking? Every day he's speaking about Juventus, about the coach, about Sarri, about Ancelotti, about Gattuso. Agnelli is never speaking because he says, and he's correct, I have the people that I trust, and I give them all trust. Parati, chief for sport. I have my vice president Nedved. Then I have Marco Re, that has been dismissed. That was chief officer for the finance. He has a lot of people that are responsible for those kind of things. But they have freedom. But if they don't deliver, whatever the excuse, lockdown, COVID, new trainer, whatsoever, when they don't deliver, they are the one that will pay the price of the consequences. And that's correct. I would prefer to have, in life, I had a lot of bosses, good, wrong, bad, but I like those kind of mentality. You have 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, depending, but you have your realistic time to reach your objectives, and meanwhile, they come, they give you tips, but they give you at least the the ability, the freedom to do what you have to do instead of following a chart that exists. I have this man here. Yeah, I'm sure you know him, Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs once said, "Why should I hire people and tell them what to do? I prefer to hire people that they tell me what to do." And it's totally correct. If you hire people that are less smart than you, that you don't really trust because you want to do everything yourself, um, do it yourself. I give you an example. Mo is there. It's my friend. Look at that. He's doing the part of the pre-tactics. He's analyzing every other opponents. He's preparing the games. What I do with him, and I go into the backstages of that video. Ciao, Summer. Thank you for being there. So the backstage of it is quite easy. He prepares, he does a job. I never call him in the week, telling him, yeah, we speak a lot, with messages and things like that, but I never ask him questions about, are you already ready with your preparation? Can you already show me what you did? Can you explain me about Cagliari or whatever team that we are playing the next game? I never ask him question. I let him do his job. Then 1 hour before recording, because usually my time we record at 1 o'clock, I send him a message or he send me a message. We are recording in 1 hour. Yes, it's fine. Okay. We do a mini briefing of 15 minutes just so that I know what we will speak about. Sometimes I say, Mo, better if you do it like that. And then he's telling me, Giuseppe, pay attention. Don't ask me that question. It's 10, 15 minutes, but I gave him the trust of the world. Then, if the video is not going well, 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, if people are telling me it's shit, Giuseppe, I will speak with Mo. I will say, Mo, you're not doing the job anymore. Though, it's hard, but it's like that. But that's how you work with people. You give them the trust to do what they want, and you are supervising. So, that was a long management discussion. Look at that. All the people went to sleep. So guys, I will end with Luis and Majin, because Majin, I didn't had a lot of wait. You will sell Dybala, will get 80, 100 million. Will that money we can bring James Odegaard and Semedo? Let's see. Luis, my friend, I said it in the beginning also, because now we are really a few people, because it's the end of the life. But in the future also, if we are spamming I will not be able to. I will just block because it's really annoying for the other people in the chat. Okay. Um, Thank you, Mo. So, Agnelli should go to the locker room after practice and tell them the team he will buy them a Ferrari if they win UCL. I don't know if the guys will be happy with a Ferrari, with the performance that Ferrari are doing at the moment. I think they prefer a Mercedes. So let's see. Ciao, Marco. I saw you a bit earlier. I was not able to answer. Thank you, friends. Ciao, Cephas. Dybala never. Never say never, Dana. I hope. I hope not. But never say never. And you know why? Because of that technical incompatibility. Can be a problem. Can be a problem. Let's see. So guys, I love doing the lives because it's even especially those ones because on the Sunday I prepare a bit because I have the topics that we will talk about and so on. The post game live I don't prepare nothing, I just go, and every time you keep me talking for more than 1 hour. So thank you. Thank you for following the channel. I will say goodbye to all the people who are there. Marco, who is saying I'm depressed because of Ferrari. We have Buonanotte to Imagine. Do you have problem about clubs not having power on them leaving? I don't really understand, Jihad. Can you repeat the question? I will answer that one as last. In the meanwhile, I say hello to the people. Ciao, Siamak. Ciao, Mo. Ciao, Dan. Ciao, Cephas. Ciao, Mo again. Abrar, who was there since the beginning. Louis. Summer, that already went to sleep. Suspected crab. I next time I will ignore Louis if he continue with spam. So good night to everyone. I'm waiting for the for Jihad is a request, and then I quit. To block the people who are spamming or sending the toxic message. Michael, I need to speak to you. I need to speak to you after. I will send you a message on Telegram. Bonne nuit, Adrien, mon ami. So I don't have the answer of the question again from Jihad, so I will quit. Thank you. Buonanotte, Steph. Bonne nuit, Steph. La prochaine fois, on va parler en français sur la chaîne, mais parce que je sais que tu parles français aussi. So, well done. Grazie. Forza Juve. And next time with the new shirt. It will be with the new shirt. Ciao. Ciao, guys.